Alright, fellow Capricorns, this is Golden Ratio Capricorn Tarot. Um, this is open to all cross-watchers, people who just enjoy watching tarot, different style of tarot. The general rule of tarot is when you're watching something on YouTube, it is, for the general public. It may not be for you, it may not be for today. It may have been for something you've already been through, but, let alone help you gain a little bit of insights, perhaps have some entertainment, some good laughs. I read the cards sort of as they are, a little bit of interpretation and elaboration. I don't go into deeply. I read them in sort of a spiraling pattern, which I call the golden ratio. I feel that it tells a story unto itself that speaks volumes and hopefully has a more elaborate yet direct message that's clearer. This is about helping you and healing and guiding you to the messages that you need to see. Oh, did you see that pop? This might be a love reading. I don't actually know what the reading is about. I just do daily readings, and I try my best not to influence what happens in the reading without expectations. I let the influence cards from the bottom of the deck sort of guide what the oh, look at it, sun popped. I have to continue shuffling. So I let the bottom of the deck sort of guide the influence of what the message is about, sort of the overall, if you will. Again, this is about your highest good. A tower. Interesting. This is for you. It's about you. It's a general reading. If you feel it in your bones, in your skin tingling, or the hair raising on the back of your neck, this one's for you. Maybe you just like the sound of my voice, and it's kind of calming and relaxing for you, and the shuffling of the cards, etc., and potentially some insights for you. All right, last one. Let's start the layouts. Hope you're having a good day, enjoying things, dealing with this COVID lockdown, coming up with new ideas and solutions to life, and how life's going to sort itself out over time. And we'll give you the sneak peek. I'm ducking away so I can't see. Although while I do pre-shuffle the decks, I myself am a tarot watcher, and I appreciate sort of watching people shuffle the decks, hearing the cards, and knowing that it's live-ish, not preordained. I mean, there is a certain amount of things in life that must take place, but seeing sort of like things unfold is really what this is about, because this sort of reading is about a story, how it sort of relates as it moves from inward to outwards and comes to a finale. So bottom of this deck we have the High Priestess, one of my favorite cards, and the bottom of this deck we have the Three of Wands. So the High Priestess is about sort of the marriage between the spiritual side and reality, and acting as a translator in between, receiving divine downloads, and an acceptance and a love for all, and the balance between all of that. The Three of Wands, in my opinion, is about manifestation. Two of Wands about decisions and making things going forward. But the Three of Wands, I feel, is about your manifestations coming to fruition, and making the plans to, more like setting intentions. I like that. So setting intentions for your manifestations and divine downloads. Let's call that the message of the day. All right, starting in the middle. Starting with the Nine of Cups. Oh God. Wow. Yeah, coming out of the gate strong here, my friends. Nine of Cups, your heart's desires, wish fulfillment, kind of like a mini star card. Good things yet to come. But what's coupled with it is the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is most often depicted as feeling like the competition has a leg up on you. Like it's difficult to get ahead, that you're hard done by, apathetic. So it's just kind of interesting, the contradiction between these two things, right? Between these two cards, these two energies. So, I mean, if you're feeling, like the world's against you or spirit's against you or something like that, how are you ever going to have this Nine of Cups? It seems like completely different worlds. So I feel like this reading is about, healing this sort of mindset, letting go these negative thought patterns that aren't helping you, negative self-beliefs, limiting beliefs, that kind of thing, so that you can move into this Nine of Cups energy by, learning to manifest and divinely sort of intuit. Next in the energy section, strength, very powerful. Now, strength is coupled with compassion. What's the Spider-Man saying? With great power comes great responsibility. And, learning to manage that power and your strength that you have within you and still show compassion to the world. And with that strength comes a gift, a gift of cups, a gift of the heart, a gift of love. So love and compassion back here into your Nine of Cups. I think that goes quite well. How that relates to the Five of Swords has yet to be seen exactly, but I mean, if we're looking at cups and healing, it's about releasing that Five of Swords energy and realizing that it is a limiting belief that doesn't help you move forward. Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is totally about movement, things moving forward quickly, and for some people, it's about, physically moving, like moving homes, moving careers, traveling, and, it's COVID, it's lockdown, so the likelihood of people traveling right now, is pretty low. Then again, like, you could be watching this 2 years in the future, and, travel, is quite possible at that point in time. But for the rest of us watching this in the present, this is just an energy moving forward. I mean, look at this gorgeous energy. You have energy moving forward in the sun. Wow, sun guiding you. You've got the High Priestess up there. You've got your Nine of Cups here. You've got movement in the sun. Wow, I'm kind of a little bit lost for words. That is impressive. A great start. But, again, all of this is going to be dependent upon leaving behind that mindset, that limiting belief, right? And here we are. And Four of Cups. In most depictions, the Three Cups are empty and have nothing in them. And the fourth cup is a gift from the universe that's being handed to you in some way, shape, or form. It could be, through friends, family, winnings in the lottery, the government, whatever. But it's like, if you're not paying attention, and not showing gratitude for this fourth cup, it may not be, more than that it is. And this is what's being illuminated. So, like, this sort of mindset of learning to appreciate what it is that you have, to be more grateful. And for, again, in this timeline, although this looks very happy over here on this side, I mean, we go through cycles and, stages where we're constantly learning and growing. As we get to the next layer in the onion, other things come up. So, learning to be grateful every day, in a gratitude journal is a wonderful way to sort of, like, instill that sort of as a reflex mechanism, to be grateful for all the things, all the blessings, and even some of the negative, seemingly negative things that has brought you strength and growth, right? So, I mean, something's coming to the surface here, being illuminated. the world. Oh, a side note, for those that haven't seen other previous videos, I read all cards in the upright. I feel that this spread is complex enough as is, and reading, reverse cards would just, overcomplicate it in a level that's not necessary. So the world card is about endings, conclusions, leveling up. So, I mean, this looks like a real leveling up energy, and, learning to become grateful. Really, really amazing. And apparently it's quite fast with the Knight of Swords. He's very speedy, generally success follows him everywhere he goes. And again, in tarot, there's no masculine, or there's no male or female. It's just masculine energy or feminine energy. So it's just, sort of more aggressive. Yeah. And now moving on, we have a gift from the universe, an ace, and an ace of wands. So it's passion. It could be passion about a specific subject. It could be a person, but it's a new beginning. Every ace is a new beginning, and it's coupled with the Page of Swords. So what I love about the Page of Swords is these, balloon-like light bulbs. So ideas, new thoughts, new thinking patterns, the studious new energy, taking some level of risk, crossing over this crevasse with, not much to hold on to, but I mean, her ideas are holding her up. So this beautiful new idea and creation that comes in after you've leveled up here is quite beautiful. And then we move on to the Knave, or the Page of Pentacles, which is a beautiful energy, sort of youthful in nature, but it's about bringing down things, going back to the Three of Wands, manifesting it into the reality state as opposed to a spiritual or conceptual. So back here with the Page of Swords, she's bringing in that studious energy, learning and developing something and bringing that forward into this world. And part of that apparently is going to be about healing your heart. The Three of Swords is about your past loss, your grief, the things that have happened around you, people that have hurt you, things that you might have done or said to yourself with negative self-talk and that sort of thing. Healing those are critical to moving forward with a beautiful, comfortable energy, and really encompassing this Nine of Cups energy in the center here. So being grateful, healing, allowing things to move forward in your lifetime, it's very fortunate, and bringing this into reality with the Page of Cups there. Sorry, Page of Pentacles. Next we have the Knight of Wands. So, I mean, much like the Eight of Wands back here with the Sun card, it's another fast-moving energy. So you've got a lot of fast-moving energy on this side of the spread. Even down here, it just slows down a little bit here with the moon. That's, but that's about learning to be more grateful. Strong, passionate energy. This is the bang and move on kind of guy, but there's some passion coming in here. But yeah, he gives a warning to self-entrapment or self-imprisonment. If you look at this, lady here, this young woman, she's looking into the mirror, and in reality, there's no bondage, there's no problems. She seems to be sitting in a very nice room, but when she's looking in that self-imposed bondage in the mirror, it looks pretty terrifying, right? So it's about letting go of some of these limiting beliefs, self-views, that just are really pulling you down. And the Knight of Wands here is suggesting that this is a quick and passing energy, but still needs to be dealt with. Next, we deal with Judgment. Often Judgment is the calling of your soul back into your body, the ethereal into the physical. It's about celebration, guidance, faith, and it's just kind of like a beautiful energy, but it can be also guarding you against being too judgmental of yourself or others. It's my favorite card, the Queen of Pentacles. Such a soft, nurturing, loving, authoritative, regal energy. Just absolutely gorgeous. I love that with the Judgment there. You know, so I think she's saying there's no need to be judgmental. This is time for celebration. You are in your power. Next, we move on to the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, again, you know, it's a king. It's a regal energy. He's very powerful, very strong. Typically a very entrepreneurial kind of energy. He's compassionate, loving, and he's taking care of not only himself, but everything else underneath him. And again, in tarot, there's no male or female per se. It's just more of a masculine or a feminine energy. And this is coupled with strength. So you have this entrepreneurial strength potentially coming in here for you. Taking charge, taking the lead. I mean, if you look here, you know, she's got sort of a lion face here, but she has this beautiful lamb that she's being very comforting and nurturing to. So it's almost like a nice blend of this Queen of Pentacles energy with the King of Wands. Next, we move on to the Eight of Swords. So if you recall, back here, we had the Eight of Swords with the Knight of Wands, and as is the case in life, if we don't resolve an issue and to its core, or the roots of it, you often find that it pops back up here and there. But you do have a supporting energy here of this like self-entrapment, where you're trying, or the spirit is trying to relay to you that you are abundant with ideas, so fertile. You know, you've got this sort of entrepreneurial energy, the strength, Judgment, Queen of Pentacles. You know, the sun back here, fast-moving energy with the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So you're going to move through this energy quickly, but, you know, try and take a moment and think about these limiting beliefs and make up an action plan, whether it's affirmations, meditation, something along these lines, to sort of really look at this and delve into self-love, to try and remediate whatever it is that it's kind of creating this like level of self-entrapment. And it's being illuminated by the moon over here. Over here, now we have the King of Pentacles, the mate to the Queen of Pentacles over here. I'm almost wondering if we're going to see the Queen of Cups, or sorry, the Queen of Wands to go with him. So, a nurturing energy, authoritative, masculine in nature, taking care of his people, his kingdom, and for the highest good of all, right? I mean, life is like that. I mean, sometimes we have to make difficult choices that we don't necessarily like. Do you want to eat, you know, sweet cereal or oatmeal for breakfast in the morning? Or, you know, bacon and eggs or something along those lines that are going to clog your arteries. I mean, there are things that are good for you and good for your people, good for your children, your family, friends, other people around you, that they may not necessarily like, but in a loving and compassionate way, you can make decisions for yourself and have influence over others that, you know, will make everybody's life more abundant, you know. And guess who came with that? The Ten of Cups. So you had the Nine of Cups back here, and, you know, came around, eventually ended up with the Queen of Pentacles, and now you have the King of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups. Complete wish fulfillment. That is a gorgeous way to nearly close out the day. Hopefully we have something lovely here. The Queen of Swords. So honesty, integrity, loyalty, feminine strength, feminine power. Geez, she's like the Wonder Woman, you know, just amazing. Now in the other deck, she's coupled with a cup to remind her that she does need to show some compassion when she's dishing out the truth or cutting off whatever it is that doesn't serve. So in this case, we're looking at things that don't serve you, You know, it's this, you know, Four of Cups. So learning to be, you know, grateful. You know, the Nine of Cups was great. There was something else here. What was it? Where was it? Oh, the Eight of Swords twice. So letting go and cutting out those sort of energies that really don't serve you. And she comes along with the Two of Pentacles. So balancing that energy. And balancing that energy partly is compassion, compassion for yourself, compassion for others. We're all going through things, not just COVID, but like every day we go through things. You know, like a difficult drive into work, you know, people with road rage out there, your dog yapping too much, whatever the scenario is, we're all going through things, you know, like a lot of people going through financial troubles. Having a bit of compassion for them, having compassion for yourself. Again, going back to the Eight of Swords, that self-imprisonment usually starts from childhood belief systems where we took on beliefs from parents, teachers, society, things that we made up as children to kind of explain certain scenarios and situations and make them make sense, but, you know, with a child's logic. So part of it might be going back and visiting those sort of thought patterns and experiences to really look at them. And, you know, with that Queen of Swords and, you know, I would like to say Queen of Cups, but she didn't pop up here. But just with that, I guess the High Priestess, there's a level of compassion there. A level of compassion for your younger self to say, oh, it's, you know, so sweet and such a beautiful thought. You know, I'm sorry that you had to go through this thing and that it really didn't make sense. Now let me show you how, with, you know, what I've learned over the course of my lifetime, that, you know, the kind of reasoning, the logic, the rules that we made up around the situation or scenario really don't make sense anymore. So, you know, now you can kind of let it go with peace and forgiveness and love, you know, because, you know, you were just trying to protect yourself at that point in time. Yeah, see, so, I mean, this reading, it's absolutely gorgeous. There's a lot of, like, beautiful energies coming in, where we're dealing with some of the learning more gratitude and learning how to gracefully let go of, you know, the self-imprisonment, the Eight of Swords kind of energy. And this is really going to help you to manifest the life that you really truly deserve, which is a gorgeous life full of love, joy, strength, happiness, adventure. Yeah, Ten of Cups, it's all you, baby.